everybody, and welcome back to another NASCAR Nick Entertainment Diecast review. Today we have our very first 2023 Diecast on the review side of the channel. It is Chase Elliott's 2023 number 35 Craftsman Truck Series ride that he ran at Daytona. So today we're going to be taking a closer look into it and check out some of the awesome details on this truck. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So hopping right into the diecast, let's address the elephant in the room, and that is this roof number, the roof 35 number here. It is a little wonky for sure. Yeah, that's tough. A majority, like I say on a majority of the reviews I do, it's just, I don't really, mind the little things, but this is a little much. It's a little off, but you know what, makes it unique. So taking a look here at the front of this truck, Gates hydraulics, the Chevrolet Silverado front end here. So I believe the story on this truck and why Chase Elliott ran this truck in the first place was that Jake Garcia, who currently runs it, was not old enough to compete, if I'm getting the story correct. So Chase Elliott, I suppose, was tapped to drive it, and he ran it at Daytona. Again, if I'm getting this all right, I believe that's the story. I think I got it all down. So heading on to the side here, there's a lot of pretty sweet details. NASCAR race truck, the NASCAR 75th anniversary, sticker there, Craftsman Truck Series, SKP, Cometic, Lincoln Welders, Calico, Arrowhead Brass, and the rest there, Holly EFI. The 35 here, Chase Elliott, there on the name rail. All the sponsors here, was that Chevrolet, Napa, can't see that little one there, MHR, the 35 here, Gates hydraulics, which I really think this is a really neat little hose here, whatever that is, coming out of the side of the truck here, and all these little associate sponsors down here. I believe that's South Point, Peak, Mechanics Wares. One thing I gotta mention is the Truck Series. They have by far the most amount of sponsors, kind of like the old days, just filling up the entire door space here with sponsors, which I personally think is really cool. I think it gives a majority of the trucks a really cool look, and especially this one. It looks awesome, just caked in sponsors and decals. Pretty simple paint scheme, if I'm being honest, just the red and the white, but just really awesome with all the sponsors here. Wrapping up here, Gates Hydraulics, Napa Auto Care, and if we could read that one, which I cannot, something one, can't quite read that one. On the back here, you got Silverado, Napa Auto Care, Chevrolet logo, 35, and what is that, RST. Then on the back here, we got Adaptive One caliper. I guess that's what this sponsor was here. Chevrolet, Gates Hydraulics, Napa Auto Care, Chase Elliott obviously on the back name banner there. Gates Hydraulics, Adaptive One, Napa Auto Care, and I think this is pretty interesting how this little like hose thing is facing this way and it's kind of going the other way. I think that's really cool. I find it interesting that they didn't just like, I don't know, like switch it to go this way. I don't know, I'm just now noticing that. That's pretty neat. Gates Hydraulics with a tiny little paint chip there. Man, I just didn't get a good one out of the batch. It's a little frustrating, but it's all right, it happens. All the rest of the sponsors here, same as the other side. Then here on the top, Craftsman, first year for Craftsman back in the Truck Series, sponsoring the Truck Series. of course, our wonky 35 up there. Yeah, and that's pretty much the diecast on the bottom here. Chevy Silverado. Just a really clean diecast. Really, just pretty crisp. I mean, aside from the obvious, little manufacturer errors there. It's really cool. I think this is super unique. We don't get a lot of trucks every year, and especially trucks like this. We'll get Haley Deegan trucks, or the Thor Sport trucks usually have a tendency to get made. I'm trying to think of what else. Kyle Busch Motorsports trucks usually get a good amount produced. But this is really neat, and of course it's Chase Elliott, so it had to be produced, but just really cool to have another truck. If you run a diecast series, you can obviously run Jake Garcia now, or stick with Chase Elliott, whatever you'd like to do. This is just it's just a really unique and just a cool diecast to have in the collection, and I'm super glad I got to add it, and glad I got to share it with you guys. So that's gonna wrap it up for this one. I'm a little under the weather, if you couldn't tell, but I think we got through this one pretty good. So without further ado, that is gonna wrap up the video. I hope you all have a good one. Nascar Entertainment. I will see you all in the next one.